making a living off of. And with all this shit, all this tariffs and people not really wanting to deal with America, I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Do see you, so you kind of know a little bit,
Yeah.
but just putting it to perspective for you. It's like that's what trucking is built off of. That those import and export um situations, and if when it's dead and died out, bro, you're not really getting nowhere. You got to think. And here's another thing too. The numbers of people getting the CDL back to when I first started this is ridiculous. Everybody and their mama has a CDL. So of course, the population growth in CDL world, the less business
Demand.
that is available to people.
Demand.
And
Yeah.
not only part of that, uh, we having trouble with this. We having trouble with our import and exports. So that's a thing right there. Now, like I said, as far as you concerned, see, yours is you saying you building something that that
Uh,
provides like a trucking job
yeah. So it's equine, so horses. People say, "Hey, I want my horse to go from New York to Florida." And
right.
truckers, you got to have like a fifth wheel. I'm not a horse person, so
Well, that's not really trucking because you could do that with a dually.
So it's
yeah,
like
yeah, true.
So
it's like animal transport.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's transportation. We're talking about like strictly trucking.
Okay.
So
So
it's a little bit of a different
so
bill.
when you have trucking and it is getting kind of hard, what is making it actually difficult? Like the price that the people above you are making, like let's just say a Mears trucking company. What
Right.
is difficult for you?
Okay, so if I guess with those, as far as the trucking, it's actually the work. So, like I said, you got to think it's a lot of drivers out there. These people that's been doing these things for years. Mostly from now, maybe yes, it's other routes too. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. Like so, since the trucking business is overpopulated, then now the numbers for what
Get
they would
diluted.
pay you is
Yeah,
it's a lot lower. You get what I'm
demand.
saying?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
demand is
So
too much. So
demand is so high. So the
somebody
numbers
gonna
are
take this $1,000.
bam. Yeah. Well, you getting paid for something that
New
was
York to Florida.
probably like $3,000. Now they paying you like $900 for it. That's
Yeah.
not really enough to. Then you got to think about the maintenance of your vehicle. So that's not
Uh-huh.
really enough to sustain a living off of. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's one of those type of things, which is gonna put yourself in the hole, and you're just gonna be paying your truck down. Or better yet, even if you surviving, you're pretty much probably making the same amount as you would as if you was working, even though it probably is your own business. But that's on a good note. I
Hmm.
know so many truckers right now that got their own truck. They still got to get out that truck and go find like a hustle or something so they can get by. When that wasn't ever a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah, because you see so many dang on trucks, and then so even the automated self-driving trucks, is that even a fear for y'all right now, or it's just like, oh, y'all already see it just strictly off of the social economic situation that's going on right now?
Yeah. No, I don't think. Well, that definitely would be if that ever come into play completely. I think that you might have you may have like big companies that's probably be like a Walmart thing, and they may only do it around the yard.
Oh, okay.
It's not something that's operational that you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
fully
yeah.
put out on the road yet.
Okay.
So they might cut out like the yard jockey and have the fully operational truck that could just back up, hook up, pull off, and
Mhm.
then back up to a dock or something like that.
Okay.
Um, so I don't think that's nothing to fear at the moment. I'll probably be probably be gone before that
Go
be really
actually
kicking. But in the
implemented.
future
Okay.
trucking, yeah, that's probably gonna do some damage. It's
Okay.
definitely gonna do some damage. So, but like I said, it's a dying business, man. It really is. It's a dying career. I'm not gonna say a dying business because it's a dying
Hmm.
career. Even with you bringing up that point, even you know, um,
Yeah, that's
pointing
just
out
another thing on
yeah,
top of it.
yeah, yeah. So what I'm trying to say, as
Okay.
far as trucking companies, that's it's self-sufficient truck, fucking truck that can do his own thing. Yeah, bro, you ain't. You out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everybody else
Have
heavy
put
stuff.
them on, have they put the electric trucks on the road yet? Self-driving
And
trucks?
West Coast, they have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it's big in China. It was already big in China, so
Yeah. 'Cause I
so
know
now
they
they're doing it in the
implement
West Coast.
the drones. So like Amazon is doing the drone drops now.
That's
I
still a
mean,
little bit. We talk about full blown truck beds that got,
yeah, that's
18
what I'm
wheelers that
saying.
got
Like,
everything in the back.
so everything is
Yeah.
really going to automatic stuff. So that's why I'm
But
Even
see,
asking.
here's the thing, though. But the thing is, even with those trucks right now, a human still is in the truck and still has to be somewhat operating it. Um, they haven't made it to where it's completely computerized and it goes by itself. It's almost like a Tesla right now.
even
So
yeah,
you gotta,
even with cybersecurity, we got AI right now that's threatening my actual job right now because
yeah,
it can, peek out the vulnerabilities, but it doesn't know how to handle, actual hackers attacking the system right now. So my time is limited too. So that's why I was like, time to get out there right now. Get your
yeah,
business started, get your little attendees, and whatever you got to do it now because the
yeah.
future is going to look different for us millennials, bro. That foundation and that blueprint that we will race off of doesn't exist anymore.
You're right
Yeah,
because even
this is
Austin.
why I getting into like you said, getting into real estate, getting into things that's gonna last, man. That's that AI can't really take away from
Touch.
you.
Yep.
That can't touch. So those are what good businesses is right
Telling you,
now in my
man,
mind.
luxury apartment buildings.
Yeah,
Put a
luxury
plug,
apartment
put a plug
buildings,
on top, bro.
theme
Like
theme
they
park
in Tennessee.
companies never take away. Shit, hell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if certain like you can't even as you can already see like farmers and stuff like that you get genetically modified food now, so it's not even like can farmers is out of business, so it's just certain things that you would think that would never go away that definitely does, so those things are that's some man, listen, it's a lot of stuff,
Bro,
oh,
I
man.
think it's so crazy as us for millennials. We seen the birth of the internet. We
Yeah,
started the internet, and now we're seeing like the end of everything. It's like we got a top level of the first row seats of all of this, bro. And this makes it's kind of scary, but millennials, we literally seen start, middle, and end of so many industries of how that's the part that gets
yeah,
me, shaking and keeps me up at night. Like I got to do something because I see it from the forefront. I see all of these chat GPT. It's the stuff that we don't see, the stuff that they're not bringing up, like Claude. Claude, they didn't release the newest version because Claude can go out and peep out vulnerabilities and stuff and actually attack it. And I was like, oh, we want to send it to big corporations first, just like, hey, fix y'all stuff because we're about to release it to the public and it's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
mhm,
So that's what part that scares me because AI is growing so freaking fast. And what was it like 3 years ago? Will Smith was eating the spaghetti, it was all warped and stuff, and
I
now
robot.
yeah,
robot.
it was perfect, and now is flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got the camera movements and all of this stuff, so
But
it's learning. But I say right now, I always like, okay, that is going to be a problem. I need to figure out what I'm going to do to kind of counter that to still make it work in my favor.
yeah. But you gotta think about
yeah,
it. In Austin, they have, because I stay in Texas, but Austin they have them uh, cars that drive themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the
Robo
taxi,
taxis.
yeah, the
Yep.
robo taxis, they do.
Yeah.
Is no, is nobody in there. You get in the taxi, you put your
yeah,
location, and it goes.
And
yeah,
to Generation Alpha, this is normal to them. And I was like, this didn't exist. We still had gas, puck, 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 puck.
yep,
Hey,
yep.
so somebody on Twitch asked, "Are y'all going to get the sex AI?"
You said
Bro,
somebody with Twitch access, they gonna get the
the sex
Everybody gonna have
AI.
one. Everybody gonna have one, bro. I'm sorry to
yeah.
say everybody gonna have one. And you
The
know
way
these
the world going right now with men and women,
facts.
I'm pretty much sure everybody's gonna
Facts.
have one.
Thank you. Thank you. You
Hey, you
already
ain't
know
got
these
to deal with people. Hey, you
yeah,
right,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
I ain't gotta deal with your nagging mouth. I can just plug you up, bro. Everybody gonna have one. Men and
Everybody gonna
women
have
with
one. Every
bro.
man is gonna have one. Look at the new generation of kids coming up now. Look at these boys now. That should be another topic too. These new generation of kids. These little boys now is not really messing with these girls like that.
Because they still delusional. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
The dudes are still evolving, but the girls, like you said, they still freaking delusional. You do this, and the boys is like, please.
They figuring it takes too much to deal with please a woman. So
what am I getting? And it's real stuff. It's real stuff. So it's crazy, bro. This was good, bro. This was good.
Hey, we live, just to let you know.
Oh.
These boys, man, these young boys is doing some different stuff.
That was a question on that chat on Twitch.
That was a real chat. Question.
That's a real question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my son was like, man, I ain't, because he was telling me, he's like, I always, because I be bothering him. I'd be like, you ain't got a girlfriend yet? I mean, he's 20. Like, man, I ain't thinking about no girls right now, man. I'm trying to get my money up.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because I know these females are expensive, so I already know what time it is when it comes to that.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I ain't even about to let. He's like, heck with the expensive. I ain't even trying to get a headache from all of that. Trying to figure out what you want, how to treat you, how to make you feel, and all of this other stuff. Like, he just was running it down, and I was like, boy, this boy, he on to something, man. They do things different now, you know.
It's a different breed, and
different breed.
And they, you know what I love, they out here trying. They already know school is a joke. They out here trying like little different ways how they can get ahead of the game. But like I said, this is their blueprint and their foundation right now, bro. This is their blueprint and their foundation right now. Yeah, it's different from ours. It's different from ours, but this is theirs. So, you know, you got to kind of like roll with the punches and try to figure, out like, okay, I can give you my little life lessons that has nothing to do with, what's going on right now. But the foundation, the foundation is still there. The foundation is still there. So I salute them. But I think, the next 10, 15 years, whenever they really do bring them back to mass production, everybody gonna have one.
I mean,
y'all see how the Rose blew up. The Rose blew up.
AI is making real music and being a platinum artist.
Yeah, platinum.
Yep.
Making munions.
I mean,
crazy work.
Man, you could write in AI and say, "Hey, I need you to write me 25-page book about I don't know, two brothers that's trying to make it work, and AI will write you a 25-page book, and actually you can get it published because nobody is their original book. I can make AI write me a whole book and get it published.
Yep.
I can write a children's story right now.
That's what I'm saying. There is no excuse in 2026 to where you like, oh, I don't know what to do. The system is against me. You're against yourself. You are your worst enemy, and that's how I see it. You're your worst enemy. You get in your head. Get out of your head. It's possible. You just gotta put a little bit of work in, and if you in your own crib, make it work. Do it. That's the way I see it, bro. I was like, technology is already taking over, and it kind of, I had to. I was talking to another one of my homeboys. They was like, oh well, this AI ain't right, and I was like, back in the day, whenever they started making vehicles, everybody was against vehicles, and everybody was like, oh, they car crash and all of that stuff. They was bringing all of this stuff up, and now looking at it today here in the Western world, almost everybody that has a vehicle. Yeah,
because they didn't know the steam engine.
Yeah, but look where it came from. They was out there cranking up the cars at first, but now everybody has a freaking vehicle. It's just you're gonna have to roll with the punches, or get left behind. Yeah. You can say what all you want, and look at it today. Hey, if a horse is on the road, it's strange. But once upon a time, that was normal.
It's still the same in Amish countries, and Mormons still do it. But
yeah. But look at it like this: people. I'm not going to say regular folks, but the majority of the populace, they ride by them and take pictures.
because they ain't never seen it before.
True.
Exactly. It's strange. It is strange. That's all I'm saying. It's just strange. Like
Yeah.
nobody's seen it before. This is strange. Let me take pictures of them. And they've been doing this for eons.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Now
man,
the Amish looking at us like, oh, they're strange. They're taking pictures
go
of
ahead
us.
and do it. Go ahead and tell AI, hey, design me the perfect girlfriend.
Hey. Yep.
Word.
Yep.
Yep.
Build it.
Because it sure enough can.
Write me a list of the do's and don'ts that I want in a woman.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then you got to start because these chicks that get on here and have a long list of what they want their perfect mate to be.
Yep.
6'3", 6-figure job, Christian, but not a real hard Christian. You got to go to church every Sunday. Yeah. he got to go to church. Yeah, be vegan sometimes, but they got that long list.
Gotta be in the gym. He gotta want to work out. He gotta eat healthy.
There was a movie. I can't remember the name right now, but it was like actually like that. You couldn't tell that the AI was like humanly possible because they had a real personality until the actors, the main characters, like actually said the key word to make them like shut down. I forgot the word, but it explains it very well that it's the route that we're going. That's why I watch a lot of the Black Mirror stuff because it's already happening, and they point out like everybody will see a crime and everybody will pull out their phone and nobody call for help or anything. We're living in this, bro. That's why I think after 2020 something happened, bro. We shifted timelines or something crazy happened.
Yeah, I agree, bro. AD, it's crazy you say that because I be thinking like that. That's
me too.
That's my thought process, bro. I'm serious, like no bullshit, for real. Like,
bro,
I really think like that because I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like,
strange, right?
Yeah, it's just things just got
universe,
crazy, man.
The different timelines.
I think that's totally after 2020, while everybody's in the house, there's nothing on the roads. Something happened, bro, where nobody was looking up or down, and something came out and did just like this, and everybody was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I think that certain thing was real, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that certain thing was a real thing, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's just it doesn't make sense, man.
No more anything. And now that something crazy happened, nobody's like really flabbergasted. Nobody's really flabbergasted in anything that happens like that is strange or like no, that shouldn't happen. It's just like on just another Tuesday, and that's crazy to me, bro. I don't know. I think something happened, bro, where it was right in our face and none of us seen it.
They blinded us, man. They was hitting us with some other stuff.
That's probably like he said,
COVID is bad,
and then gave us the shots.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I hated COVID because I really was ready to go to Bali, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, we have everything booked already.
Everything booked, bro. Villa, plane tickets, everything, bro.
That's right. And I was like, oh, they'll give us our money back, and I was like, can you just hold it, so I can say it's a guarantee we're going to Bali. Man,
bro. Yeah. And Bali wasn't even the one shutting down the airport. It was the U.S. We couldn't.
The U.S. So we couldn't get out. Yeah. I remember that, bro. We had everything picked out. Oh, that was crazy,
bro.
Ridiculous.
Right.
The villa was nice. We had the airlines. We had people come to pick us up. We were ready to party in Bali, man.
Nope. The elites had another plan for us, or the aliens. Something happened, bro.
It's like, nah, you ain't going nowhere today.
We have another plan for the human race.
But AI,
they did it,
man. Everything is going through AI, and even college papers now they talk about, oh, we detect AI. No, you can't. You can't detect AI. Stop lying. You can't detect that shit unless you use another system that's detecting AI on AI.
Yeah.
Yep.
But turning in definitely don't look for it.
Facts. Facts.
But you want to sit here and tell me, oh yeah, you do not use AI to write your paper. All right, I got you.
Yep.
these big businesses and colleges and stuff, they're using the same thing, and that's why you go on LinkedIn or Glassdoor and search for a job. All of them are using the same thing. It sounds generic. It doesn't sound like in depth of a real company or what they're asking for. It doesn't sound realistic. So that's why I say big hypocrites. They're big hypocrites. That's why I try to leverage every piece of technology that I can.
Yeah.
Because it's there for me. If I'm paying for this service, I'm going to use it to its max. Just like when you put gas in your car, you don't want water put in. You want gas, or you take you from point A to point B. So I don't agree with them saying, "Oh, well, you can't use AI." Rather, you not use AI. Why? You're using it. I can show you where you're using it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna look at you like you weird then.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm the problem because he knows too much or he's challenging us, and that's why a lot of these big business they don't want to challenge. They don't want to get challenged or be told what to do or how to conduct themselves, but they want everybody else to fall into place.
Yeah.
That's where I got my problem. I'm not going to fall into place.
Exactly.
How do you grow? How do you grow? Y'all, doing certain things that is kind of an advantage. No, I'm good.
They want you to do all this extra stuff, man.
Yeah. They want you to just get it out the mud, put in the extra work, and do it just solely off your brain while they living life on easy mode. That's what I don't agree with, bro. I don't agree with. How are you able to live life on easy mode, but I can't?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that. I was like, who is coming up with these rules? Yeah, and who coming up with these rules? And just like you saying, the music that's getting on Spotify, somebody had to actually turn on their computer that they pay internet for, go get a subscription for Suno, that is the music thing that makes the music. So you pay a subscription on Suno, you put your idea, the beat and everything, you put that in there.
Yep.
If you never turned on your computer, none of this would have happened. Like, I'm gonna go to Suno and I'm gonna try, and then you put it out there, and then the masses like it.
Yep.
Come on, let's just talk about Pixar. Pixar is animation made by a computer. Nobody went in there and drew it. Old school days, y'all remember the old school Mickey Mouse where they had to flip the pages? Actually, nobody's doing that anymore. Everything is automated. So that's what I'm saying. People are so against technology and progress, but they don't see whenever you turn on your car. I got a newer car, so I get in my car. I push a button to start my car. It's not an ignition. That's what I'm saying.
I start my car from my phone.
I can do the same thing. I can do the same thing. But that's what I'm saying. That's like, it's kind of crazy that you pick and choose where you think your AI or technology should be used and should not be used. Like creativity, come on. The biggest industries out here is doing the same freaking thing, but you want to come after the little folks that are trying to get their tendies? No, I'm saying everybody eat. If people like the music, if it's AI, if it's whatever, y'all remember when Auto-Tune came out? Some people hated it, some people loved it.
Some people made money off of it. Some people did.
Exactly. They was like, "Oh, it's not real. It's Auto-Tune." T-Pain. T-Pain got rich and well freaking known off of Auto-Tune, and it was great. I liked it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people hated it. But that's why I think we are right now, and I try not to harp on too much. But I was like, I'm going to ride with technology because technology does make us better, and hopefully we don't ascend into the stratosphere and aliens come back and say, okay, it's time to nuke them.
Yeah, hopefully. I think that's a real thing while you're sitting there going. I know it's a conversation, but I'll be bored later.
Yeah, for real.
The next thing is gonna be flying cars, bro. They already start making flying cars, like drone cars.
It literally exists.
Yeah, they trying to not let it be mass produced because they know the auto industry will
Dunzo.
it be done. But
Dunzo.
It's there. This dude in California got a drone. He got a car that he drives that runs. It's like a drone, but it's big enough for him to fit in. He take it to the grocery store. This dude get tickets every time he park it. Every time he park it, he get tickets. He gets stopped every time because they talk about it's airspace.
But guess what? Those views is paying for those tickets, and it's worth it, bro.
Yeah.
You're pushing the envelope. That's what I'm saying. You gotta push the envelope, bro. Everybody say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. Y'all flying drones, y'all watching us, y'all got security. Why we can't do it? I don't know. But at least we live in a country that that allows this and don't, make us disappear. I can say that, and that's why I say I really do believe that I'm blessed to be in America, because I've been all around the world, and I was like, ooh, I'm so glad that at least I got this chance and this opportunity. Big facts.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that don't have everything that we have. We spoiled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we spoiled, and we
spoiled. And so again, it's just a lot of stuff that's out there everything making our life more simple.
Yeah.
They making things for your life to be more simple.
And we got smart people. I mean, Elon had a rocket that can go to space and come right back.
Yeah.
Crazy work, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy work. So I think we got a lot of smart people, but like you said at the top of the conversation, it's just you got so many ideas. How do you put it out there? And and at the end of the day, I think you need a team, you need a squad that going to tell you, yo, that's stupid or that's dumb, but also support you when they when the idea is actually good and smart.
Yeah, because a lot of people do not support you. There's a lot of people
that's true.
Won't support you. You can put the ideas out there, and it's crazy that some people will be like, yeah, you should. You also do have them people who be like, okay, I love your idea, you do it, you run it, but they still don't come to you to support you.
Until when?
Until you give them something.
No. Yeah, well, that's true too. But also until you made it.
Until you made it. You're right.
Yeah. Until you made it.
And once you make it, their hand is out.
Yeah. And then he changed. He changed,
man. Or I was there with you from the start. No, you wasn't. I understand you said go for it, but did you ever step foot in my store?
Do you need help? What can I help you with?
Did you ever come out here and walk me through, or did you help me plant this plant?
Yeah.
Now my plant is getting some fruit, and now you want some now you want my apple. No, bro, get up out of here.
They want the apple, the seeds, and the tree roots.
Yeah, like not.
That's crazy.
You get more support from strangers than anything. Like people that don't know you, and then like there's so many times I sat on a plane and somebody next to me just started talking to me.
Yeah.
And
you have a good conversation.
You have a great conversation with that person. And some of them be business owners, some of them are traveling for work, and they tell you all this stuff. And they even throw ideas at you and don't want nothing from you. It's just conversation.
Yeah.
But
that's facts. That's facts, bro. And and that's why I love going on, into the airport and stuff, and because people we have time to burn, and you meet so many interesting people, from all walks of the earth. And that's what I said. We are more connected than we freaking know. It's just best to keep us divided. It's easier to keep us divided, because if we all get hip to the game, and we actually band together, bro, a force to be reckoned with. But it'll never happen.
Bro, I was in the gym 2 days ago, and the gym owner was like, he see me all the time. The gym owner is a veteran too, so he's a veteran-owned gym owner and everything. So we just sat down and talked. He's like, "So what you do what have you been doing since you retired?" So I was like, "Man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that," and he was like, I got a mentor, man. Let me show you what I've been doing lately and what he helping me with. I was like, and then he said, TikTok, you can advertise different things. So he bought a whole bunch of crap, started advertising on TikTok. And he was like, man, I made $800 just this week with just this. I was like, wow. And he was like, yeah, man, if you want to ever, I'll show you. Dude see me all the time. I've been going to the same gym. Dude see me all the time. and
Just random.
just randomly we just start talking.
That's church. That's church,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
That's
right.
church. And then, whatever, he teaches you, what that's going to do is going to open up more doors, just, if, the conversation comes up, with another person, you're like, oh, I got this, thing that I'm already working with, is similar to what he did. Like, oh, and, I think it's kind of crazy that people can feel that energy.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, you've been going to the gym for a long time, and all of a sudden, you're just like, hey, what you doing? And I swear, I think that's the most beautiful thing ever. Whenever people help people,
Yeah.
you know,
All right. Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to
Yeah.
happen, man.
Agreed.
We're
Right.
not in a society that we're not supposed, and that's what I hate about society now, because
hmm
it's so many stuff, it's so much stuff that we can happen going in this world, and the first thing people do now is pull out a camera instead of stepping
yeah,
in and stopping stuff. And then I
yeah,
understand, like, back in the day, if I see somebody slapping a woman, I'm going to jump in. Like, it's not like that now. It's like, oh, I'm going to record it. And then you got women
get
like, well,
abused.
you're not trying to say, you're a man, you're supposed to help me and everything. It's like, it's just crazy how the social norm changed
Yeah,
so much now inside the world. So
yeah,
it's like everybody live behind that damn phone.
yeah.
Everybody
That's true.
recording everybody. Nothing is nothing is private anymore. You can't even have a private discussion without somebody saying, "Hey, I heard you said this and that," or "I recorded you said this." You can't even in companies now, like being. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, you being recorded, so that's why I think you always got to stand on business, because people with common sense will always stand behind you.
Yeah,
People with common sense, and it can't be no ego thing. And 9 times out of 10 these days, I think the ego gets in the way a lot of the times, because a lot of people don't like to admit when they're wrong.
yeah,
I think that's what happened. I'm like, oh, I was wrong. I apologize. How can I fix it? And I think that's one of the bigger issues. Like, nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be embarrassed. That's just a human thing. But whenever you wrong, it kind of humbles you in a way too. Like, hey, maybe I need to, fall back and readjust, because I was out of pocket. But everybody wants to be right. That's the way I feel right now.
yeah.
Everybody wants to be right. My view of this situation is correct, but 9 times out of 10, if you got a big group of people telling you, yo, you're wrong, you're
Nobody
probably
wants,
wrong.
You're
and then
probably fucking wrong.
nobody
You're
wants to take
probably fucking wrong.
nobody want to take accountability for their wrongs. That's the problem. It's like,
Right.
well, you told me to do this and I did that, but it just, it just didn't work. What did you do wrong in the situation?
Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
let's just stop. Let's just stop for a minute. Let's reevaluate everything, and where is your wrongdoing inside of the
Right.
situation?
Yeah.
Not the instructions or
hmm
what was supposed to be done. In your wrongdoing, what did you do? Like, where
Yeah.
did you think you went wrong at? And the
Yeah.
first thing, like, I ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah. Automatically.
I was
Automatically.
automatic. I ain't do nothing wrong.
People do that. People do that a lot. To be quite honest
Yeah.
with you, man, do nothing wrong. But a lot of the times, man, you don't see yourself because the things you may think of, because I got this belief system. Like, when it comes to the person, it's really hard to judge right and wrong, right? That's right and wrong is pretty much like a feeling to me, right? Like, so, like, okay, stealing. Let's just say stealing, right?
Okay.
I think stealing may be wrong, but to a person that don't have anything, that probably don't have no way to eat, maybe I had to steal some food to get by. So then is it
But
wrong then?
but do
You
you
know
think
what I'm
that's
saying? So
but do you think that's wrong? At the end of
yeah,
the day, to
yeah,
feed yourself, you think that's wrong. If they
No.
had to
yeah,
steal to feed
yeah,
themselves.
See,
yeah. But
that's
see,
the
that's the
thing.
thing.
Is
See, that's the thing.
you don't
That's
know.
that's that's why I said it goes. It's not really. You can't really. It's one of them things where you can't really judge on what's right, because that's right or wrong
Subjective.
is
It's
subjective.
subjective.
Damn, that's the
Yeah.
that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, right or
Subjective.
wrong is kind of subjective.
PZ25 said
Okay.
it's wrong, but
Yeah.
it's justified.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's only to you. We may think it's wrong. You get what I'm saying? This is not wrong. It may not be wrong with you. You might got a whole lot of food. Somebody might steal a burger from you. You might got 100 burgers. Somebody might have stole one burger from you. You might not eat 100 burgers.
But that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
If
So
you got 100 burgers, why not give it to somebody if you're not going to eat all them burgers, bro? So now you see this person struggling. You see this person hungry. But you sitting up there with 100 burgers and get mad somebody take one. There's no way you was going to eat all them 100 burgers, bro.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, now you mad somebody stole something from you, took something from me. It's the principle. No, the principle was you didn't share. But that's how
you ain't share your food with me, so I had to take it.
yeah, I take it. So but I'm just saying, like, it's subjective, man. I think that's what right and wrong is. I don't really think, like, of course the majority may vote and say, yeah, that's just wrong, and then you know what I mean, and then I guess you can see it that way, but it's still
man. I think it all depends on how you look at things. Like you said, I think it's all about, and also I feel like it's the environment that you grow up in too, because in certain environments, stealing is a way of life. Like, you really don't have a choice.
Hey, what do you think Robin Hood?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you don't have a choice with things. And it's like, if you really look at different communities on how, just the way we grew up. I mean, it sucks, but the way we grew up, we was sitting up there eating free lunches.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The same exact thing. Whenever I was growing up, I came from DOD, and then I came into a real violent environment that I was not used to. Y'all know. So I came in. I was an Army brat all the way up from the age of 5 to 13. 13, I came back into public school, outside of DOD's umbrella. So whenever I got back, and life was hard for us, and that's where my brain clicked. Like, I got to start hustling, because I can't remember the last time I had a meal at the house. It was kind of hard. And I always said I would never go back there, but I do remember the days where I was freaking hungry, and nobody was like, "Oh well, get your little black A, from around here." And then I was like, "Okay, well, you don't own Piggly Wiggly, so I'm asking you for something, kind of help me and my sisters." They didn't say that, so I was like, "Okay, cool." Came back the next day, did what I had to do. That's the part that I'm talking about, where where does your loyalty lie? A child coming to you and saying that they're hungry, and like, what do y'all have to spare? Something that y'all throwing away that's almost spoiled. Yeah.
There's no moral compass. It's like nobody's out here helping each other. Nobody wants to see
that.
It's
to
crazy.
say that though. Yeah, just think about that though. We grew up where it was free lunches. They don't have free lunches.
No, it's not.
It don't exist.
There's no free food. There's no, and then the
No
crazy.
free nothing.
But you gotta think about it.
I think it is free food.
But we grew up in the projects, right?
Yeah. I know I did.
The reason why they made the projects is to keep us suppressed. It wasn't to help us out. They did affordable living, and we're like, all right, cool. We know these people are not going to get out this situation they in, so we're going to give them everything they can need, so they don't come out that little project.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was.
Yeah, EBT was food stamps, and this is the food stamps when it used to look like actual. What was it, like dollar bills? The paper, the Monopoly money, the big ones. Like, and that's what I remember. So whenever I came of age, and I was like, I'm never going back there. I'm going to hustle and do everything that I have to do to survive, to make sure I never had to go in and be in that situation, because even asking about it is kind of like, you feel like a failure, or you bad. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So
but you think about it. Okay, so we all struggled to get out where we was at, but now that we got something and we don't want to go back, everybody's talking about, oh, you forgot where you came from, you bougie, you this, you that, because you want to do this. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not right.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Never
And
saying?
forget where you came from. You just don't want to be there.
I
I
just
know
don't
where I
want to go
came from.
back.
I'm not there no
Like,
more, and I'm not trying to be there.
and
That's the
that's real.
point.
That's real. That's real because everybody say, "Oh, you changed," and all. Aren't we all supposed to change? Is a part of
Yeah,
growth and stuff.
it's
So
called growth. Exactly.
yeah,
that's the way that I see it. It's part of growth. So why would I want to still have the same mentality when I was 16? Versus now, I don't
yeah,
want to have the same mentality. It's like I gotta, get the best, and then I'm trying to look out for my old self too, because technically these old folks home ain't too, Gucci for old people. So I'm like, how do I look out for my old self as well?
yeah.
And I want to make sure that everything that I work for, everything that I work hard for, the late nights, everything that I stayed up for, kind of eventually pays off because I don't know who is going to be in my life that's going to be able to make sure that during my last days I'm able to function.
You're right.
Hmm.
We do
Because I
have a
don't know if I'm
question.
going to be able to function.
We
And
have
I don't want
we
a
have a
nurse.
question from the chat. It said, "D, what's your take on womanizing?"
What do you mean womanizing?
That, dang, I don't know.
Elaborate, womanizing.
Elaborate. What is your question again, bro? Write it down.
Elaborate, womanizing. Womanizing.
Hey, we all love women.
We all love
Yeah,
women.
yeah, but it got to be particular. It got to be a question with womanizing that I really want to answer correctly. But you say womanizing because I want to make sure I understand the definition of womanizing. I just want to make sure that the person that asks that understand what the question is with womanizing.
The dynamic of women, the dynamic of household, men and women. Are you okay with a woman leading?
No. I will leading. No. I can't rock with that. Leading. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Um, women 9 times out of 10, there are strong women that understand. The women that understand women leading, they don't say that at all. They don't say that at all. Women leading, that is a question that is wrapped up in so many ways. Number one, okay, if you are with a dude that it has I can take care of everything, you do you, that is fine. But far as leading where we're going to go or where we're going to navigate, I don't agree with that. You can do whatever you want to do. You can have your own business, et cetera, et cetera. I don't have a problem with that. But far as leading, no, because a lot of women they react from emotion instead of like strategy or strategic position. That's what I believe. Like leading, why would you want to lead? Why would you want to lead? That's what over your man. That's my question. That's my question back to the person whoever asked that.
Okay.
Why would you want to lead over your man? Or why would you want your girl to lead over you? That's my question back.
Okay. There's another
I
question
think
too. What if you meet a woman who makes more money than you and fall in love?
she can make more money than me. What just because she make more money, she got power over me or something?
No, I don't think it's like that. Do you think
Yeah.
Do you think she should lead the household? I think that's what you want to know.
Oh, like I said, you go do you, boo. If you make more money than me, that is fine. That is fine. But I'm not, a low income earner also. So don't think just because you make a 100K more than me that you can, talk to me slick too. Because I in my experience, chicks that make a certain money over you, they think that they can talk down to you. That's not
Oh,
going to
trust
happen.
me.
I guess
I got a
once you
prime
think,
example for that, bro. Trust me.
yeah.
So
As
that's why
long,
I'm
Trust me.
as long as we respect each other and I respect them,
facts, and that's what I say. I don't care,
then it's fine.
See,
but I'm
but you got some you okay. So we're gonna go back to like we're gonna say women with have the masculinity tendencies, right? Okay.
yeah.
So just got first time getting out the military. Did my 3 years. I was done. I was like, you know what? I'm getting out. After all my first couple of deployments, I got out. I moved in with my oldest son, mom. I moved from South Carolina to Texas. She was active duty. Moved in with her. My thing is, it was like more as she didn't respect me because I wasn't making as much money as her.
And that's normal.
And
That's
it's
what they
like,
do.
okay,
They
You need to do this. You need to do that. I
They
expect
tell
this
you
and
what
I
to do.
expect that.
Yeah.
And the problem is like, hold up. I'm in this position because I decide to get out. And as my woman, why you can't support me to go forward and push forward? But the thing is, you talk down to me. You talking down to me and everything. Telling me I ain't making no money. You know, get late night phone calls from other dudes and shit.
And that is trash. That is straight trash, and that's what I said at the beginning. Like, I will never have anybody just because you make a extra couple of. It's only a few. It's not a big separation of what they make versus what I make. It's not a big. It's just like, okay, well, you know, we got a lot of freaking money. What are we gonna do with it now? But they only harp on it. Oh, I make more money than you. I can tell you what to do. No, you don't get to tell me what to do, because if somebody come in, you know, kick in the front door at 3 a.m., are you going down there strong, amped up?
No.
I'm ready to get at it? No, you're not. Whenever we go to a restaurant, I take you out, you looking beautiful and all of this stuff. Do you expect me to open up the door for you? I'm going to do it because I want to, but that's my role. I'm going to stay in my role. You stay in your role. I don't need you to be all, oh, I make more money than you. By how much? Our tax brackets are the same. We still get charged, you know, 30 to 32%. Both of us, unless, you know, we're doing write-offs and stuff, we're still in the same bracket. So where is the energy coming from? And I think that's the difference from women care about money. We don't care about money from women. I don't care how much you make. What are you doing? Are you paying? No, matter of fact, you're not paying the mortgage. I'm not giving you that power. I'm going to pay all of the bills and stuff because I set that money aside for that.
Yeah. But you have nowadays, you have women that have been doing this for so long.
Yeah, and this is how they think.
It's like, well, I'm already doing it. So what are you doing for me? It's always what are you doing for me? But like me per se, I feel like this. As a man, I'm gonna take care of my responsibilities. My woman shouldn't have to worry about no bills, no nothing, and everything. She's good. If you decide to work, that's on you. Do your thing. But don't come up here and want me to dib and dabble in both roles.
Right.
I'm not dibbing and dabbling in your role. You shouldn't dib and dabble in my role. If I'm paying all the bills and everything, your car note, your payment, your insurance, your phone bill, your light bill, your water bill, the mortgage, you don't have no bills, I'm not going to disrespect you, but do not try to tell me I need to sit here and why you didn't cook for me tonight.
I'm not doing that either. Me personally, I'm not doing that either. If you don't, you like, I'm tired. Okay, I get it. I'm going to order something. I will take that lead. If you, and I think that's where we got the most mass separation. It's the communication portion. If you come to me and say you're tired, I don't want you to be tired. I'm tired. I'm not going to tell you, you know, my chick that I'm tired. I'm like, okay, you don't want to cook tonight. Let me go ahead and order something, because I know for damn sure I'm not fucking cooking. That is something that I don't do.
I cook. I ain't gonna lie.
You can cook. I'm just saying. I barbecue. I don't cook.
I barbecue. I do everything. But my
barbecue,
thing is,
barbecue, bake and hit the stove.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the fact of the matter is, it's like we need to work as a partner, right? So if say I know you tired, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take a little burden off of you.
Yeah.
All right, but don't expect me to do it all the time. So the problem is when you do it one time, they expect you to do it all the time, and then there's a problem when you don't do it. Like, well, you helped me last week, but why you didn't help me this week?
And that's why I said the communication. I think majority of the women, if you pull them to the side and be like, hey, this is, you know, what I'm thinking. This is what's going on in my brain. This is everything. This is my plate. Let me put everything that I'm working with on your plate also. Most of them back off. Most of them, they're like, I didn't know. And I think that's where our problem is. We don't communicate that effectively. It's like, oh, you don't know that I had 30 meetings this week. You don't know that I'm working on this, or you don't know what time I went to sleep or anything like that, because I'm up doing what I'm supposed to do. But once you put that burden onto them, and then they're like, oh, I apologize. I didn't realize because we keep so much away. So that's why I was like, communication goes a
Now, how
long
many
way.
women
And
gonna actually apologize because they was wrong?
the ones with common
The
sense, it's
ones
not a
with common
lot, but the
sense,
ones
you're
with
right.
common sense, the ones with common sense, they'll apologize. And
Well,
and they have
the
no
mature ones anyway.
yeah, they have
We
no.
can act like it ain't females that don't
I'm
take
not saying not
accountability
all
always.
of them, but some of them would
Because
not apologize when
yeah.
they're wrong. They will try to figure out a way to put it back on you, and just to say that you're
But
wrong.
and that's what I'm saying. But you as a man, you already see what they're doing. You already should expect it, and then you be like, okay, this is not going to work. Let's cut it off right now.
Yeah,
Now the ball is back in her court, but it's dead serious.
yeah,
I'd rather not deal with this because I told you the heavy burden that I'm handling, and just a little extra cooking, puts something else that I gotta stop. That's gonna make us, shoot us off into a better direction. That's gonna stop. And like I said, most chicks
okay.
with a brain cell, two brain cells, they're like, oh well, I understand what you're saying. Thank you for telling me. And they're gonna go off and like, I'm sorry.
Okay, so Jay asked, "What's the difference between American women and overseas women, and what do y'all prefer?" I'll let you start. I'll be right back.
The difference between American women and foreign women. That is a very difficult question. The reason that is difficult because women are women across the board. Women want to be secure, taken care of. The difference is women from overseas are more. They're they put it in the way to where they say, okay, well, I'll take a step back and actually try to listen versus American women. They was like, no, this is what I want. I'm right. And this is how it is. The difficult part about foreign women, she's looking out for her family, her extended family. That's what makes it difficult. And but she will do everything in her power to keep you sane versus American women. That's my experience. The foreign women will try to keep you sane, but there's a lot of great, women in America that will try their best. But it's just too far and wide. I believe it's too far and wide because we shouldn't have a whole freaking movement away from American women. But you can just open up any application, anything, and see how crazy it is. It's crazy here. It's crazy here. Um, that's what I believe. I don't know what you think, Amir.
Um, I think I'll be quite honest with you. I think women is females in every different spot. Yeah, you maybe got a little bit. You got maybe a little. I think it's cultural. To be quite honest with you, I think American women just is something. I guess it's something they learn being here. Is
It's
that
not 100%
yeah
there, right? It's
yeah
not
it's, yeah
100%.
yeah it's so it's that's like a really a wild question. This is one of the questions when you kind of want to answer, but you don't want to piss most people
You
off.
don't want to piss
But
nobody
but
off.
but but that's what I'm saying.
You want
You
to piss
shouldn't
people off.
care if you know.
There's very much different. I think and depending on it also depends on what country you're in. I think D hitting on some. I think once I think they look at you as people females from other countries look at you as you from America. So from with us being from America, people think that we are successful just because we in America. So they kind of treat you as such because they want to get away. Just like if you bring, you could have a girl in a foreign country, get her over here, and then she leave you behind and go do other stuff like that. So
Yep.
you really
Right.
know what type of games people play. Um, that's for that. So I think you get treated based off of what a person think of you, and that's the difference right there. Because you can go into another country and the female over there can talk to you like crap if she think of you as crap. Just like you could be in America and the female can talk to you wonderfully here if she thinks that you're worth being talked to
But
properly.
where do you get the most kickback from though?
Um, you really do get the most kickback from America because of the only because of females in other countries, the way they see you or the way they look at you.
It's the way society is
You as,
portrayed, bro.
yeah,
They still do value in some sort of
yeah,
fashion over,
yeah.
Western civilization. That's what I believe.
Yeah, they value you, but I ain't got no type. I think all women is the same. So even overseas, I'm
But
I mean,
would you rather rock with Americano or foreign? That foreign.
I
That
can't.
foreign.
That's an answer I cannot. That's a
Yes,
question
you
I
can't.
can't
You know the
answer
truth.
because
Nah, bro. You're not gonna rock, bro.
the thing
Nah.
is, I like all. Like that's the
No,
problem.
I ain't gonna let you. I ain't gonna let you slip. I ain't gonna let you goddamn. You try to rock,
Bro,
slide off of that question,
I like
bro.
all, man.
No,
I like.
no.
I mean, foreign women. I look,
Ah,
look, man.
uh-huh.
I like what I like.
Amir, Amir, you gonna back me? You hear this BS? I think he can right.
That's one of the questions you really. It's like one of the things you really don't want to answer too much.
He capping because he capping. Be 100.
Yeah.
I know the truth.
Bro, look, man.
It's like one of the questions you really don't want to answer because it's really not. It's based off the person and the way a person see you, if they value you or not. That's all it really is. That's all it really is. That's it. Because you got some really great women in America.
I answer it. I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay.
Answer the question. I get more love and more attention from foreign women, man.
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Thank you. That's all I was asking. Be honest, bro. Like, come on, man. Stop trying to be politically correct.
I don't know. I get about the same amount of love in America as I do in other countries.
I mean, you get love in America too. I mean, but it's just different. I'm not gonna say I don't get the love in America, but I think it's different in different areas. So like,
how many bad dates? How many?
Well, as we get kind of off the question, what was the question again? Like I feel like
the question was, what's the difference between American women and overseas women, and which
we kind of got off.
Prefer?
I kind of got off the question a little bit.
And which do you prefer?
Yeah. Do you have better experience with Americans or foreigners? Come on, Amir, it's your turn.
Oh, you're saying, do I have better experience with Americans or foreigners?
Or foreigners, yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I mean, it's kind of all similar, the same to me, bro.
No, fam,
I done had some really good women in America, man. I done had some really great women in America, man. I'm not gonna lie. I had some bad ones too. Now, I had some bad tasting ones. Someone's put a bad taste in my mouth here too. To be honestly, no, I never had whenever I did date a foreigner woman. I can't recall having a bad experience or being left with a bad taste. I would say that much, but like I said, I think it's the culture. I think it's just for American women, it's just it's social media is the way of the world. Is just like, you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what a disconnect that between men and women in America. So that's one thing I will say.
That little last piece you said, you don't know where the disconnect with chicks in America.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know where to disconnect that.
Yeah, okay. Bam, there you go. There's your answer. We all have the same answer. They were just trying to, flip it a little bit to sound convenient.
Correct, man.
Convenient.
It's a bit of a disconnect here. It is. I won't say that much, but
thank you.
But it's not. It's not all bad. It's not. It's really not.
I never said it's all bad. I'm just saying.
So Jay got another question. What's the opportunities here versus other countries?
Opportunities where? And which
aspect? Are you talking about women wise, or are you talking about business wise, or are you talking about traveling? Like what opportunities that you trying to understand? Like, so. I mean, if you want to talk about women, I mean, you really ain't got to put that much forth the effort in overseas.
Yes. And
Because
do y'all remember when we went to you know,
you see, you was valuable when you went on
Latin
the country.
America, and I
Yeah.
was like, yo, I never had this done before ever in my life, ever in my
Yeah.
life.
Okay, so the fact that you can grow, you've grown in America. Okay, that you can grow as a woman in America is way the way in the culture difference. What's the culture difference between the women here and the culture difference in
Okay, other part.
overseas
Okay,
by the way they grew up?
I can speak to that. Like the first time I had a massage was not from an American woman at all. And whenever I, traveled overseas, it was like, it's normal. You need to relax. I see you stressed. You need to relax. How do women in America say you need to relax and actually enforce that
Yeah.
in their feminine way? How do they do it? Yeah, maybe y'all can explain it. I haven't experienced it, so that's what I'm asking.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. American women do it too. Like, I mean, I got pampered one time when I was stressed out and everything.
You said one time.
I mean, they treat you like a king. I mean, you have to find that balance though. Some women will treat you like a king. Some women won't. Some women will tell you to suck it up. Some women be like, "Hey, I see you stressed. Let me go ahead and run you some bath water. Let me rub your feet for you, and stuff
How
like
often
that."
is that?
That was crazy, D. I am telling you crazy. Most women I've been with was that way with me. Like if I was stressed, it was like they would find some kind of way. It's all coming all different shapes and sizes. Like you can come knock some stress out on this thing. I'd have had those ones. I'd have had those ones that are like, come on, let me rub your back, rub your little back. Like every female I have been dated have been done that for me.
I get that,
There has
but
been not one that I have not been dated that has not done that.
She got to actually like you though. That's the
But
thing.
that's what I'm saying. Hear me out. Hear me out, though. I see that you got it, but I'm saying, in which area? Not well. I want to know inside of America versus traveling. Where was it like automatic? That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, I see you stressed. I'm going to do this automatically. You don't have to say nothing. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, see, everybody has their own experiences, man. I think for you it was there because mine was only in America. I feel like
I've been both.
honestly, I think mine was only. Well, I'm gonna put it. I guess the woman, the I can't only say. Well, it only in. I have more American women than foreigner women, so this is where my experiences
Okay,
would be at is here.
makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that foreigner women. I haven't had the same experience with foreigner women. What I'm saying is, in both areas here in foreign, it's always been the same for me. I guess I
Okay.
always know a woman that actually like me. So to your point, when you said that, that's because they actually got to like you. I may have got lucky to only deal with women that like me. So,
Cool.
there was no difference between the two for me.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
It's rare. Don't get me wrong. It's very rare. And I think I'm the oldest on this call anyway. So, so I mean, my experience is totally different from everywhere. So overseas, I mean, I never been to Germany, so I can't contest for Germany. So it's kind of different. I mean, you have some women that will actually sit there and they know you enough to be like, hey, I see you've been working so hard. I know you doing this for the family. So let me rub your shoulders. Or you ain't gotta worry about taking your boots off, because you in pain or some shit or some stuff like that. You have women that actually would do that. But you also have ones that would like, okay, suck it up and drive on. I'm stressed out every day. I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
What makes the difference? You're not rubbing my feet. You're not doing that. But my thing is like that. The same, the vice versa for men. How many times you go home and rub your girl feet? How many times you run a bath water for her because she just looks stressed, or she been taking care of the kids all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So sometimes we have to get out.
I'm sorry, I can't speak onto that one because most days I'm working 14, 16 freaking hours, bro. I do not know how dudes have time for that. I promise I don't know how people have time for that. It sounds good. Maybe on vacation. On vacation, oh, everything is I'm gonna cater to you. That's how I on vacation. But Monday
It's
through
not. That's
Friday,
you.
January through May, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I gotta get it. I gotta get it
Yeah.
out the
You got to
mud. I
make
don't have.
time. You got to make
But
time
that's
for
the
it,
thing.
bro.
You
You
have to
got to make
make
time
time.
for it. It ain't an everyday thing.
It's not an everyday
Even though,
thing.
bro, listen. Let me tell you something. Like I'm probably one of the kings that'll work 14, 16 hours. It was days where I worked 20 some hours and maybe only had 3 hours of sleep. And the lady I was dating and come home and rub her feet or something like that because I cared about her. And it wasn't even because her feet hurt. It's just because I wanted to rub her feet. You get what I'm saying? So you make
Righteous.
time for
I
what
get
you
that.
want to do, just like they do. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's the same way for anything. It's just like when I date her. She worked all day long. Probably only worked all day, did here, do this, whatever, shoot me, did, and still found time to cook some dinner in between things that she was doing. When you with a person that actually cares for you, you make time for those things. When you care, you make time for things. Especially, you just can't be, you can't always. And I don't want to really use word because it sounds kind of fucked up, but you can't just be selfish. It's kind of selfish when you only think about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, when you care about somebody, you got to take time out, man, and show them a little bit of appreciation. Especially if you're one of them people that expect that in return. So you got to do that.
I get that 100%, and I agree with everything. But if I've been working 16 hours and I'm just trying to come over, chill with you, don't make it a hostile environment.
Oh
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
yeah,
yeah, you're
definitely,
right.
definitely. Yeah.
Like
Well, that's the mature. That's for the mature audience right
but
there.
like
So
I said,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't reward bad behavior.
yeah, and
Mhm.
that's what
That's
I'm saying. Yeah, I would do all of this to you, and then you was like, "Oh, baby, you've been working all day. I feel neglected." Now I'm like, "I'm sorry you feel neglected, but I have a vision. I got this thing it's like back here somewhere. I can't reach it, but I'm trying to pull it out and just throw it out there into the stratosphere and see where it goes. So I'm sorry, and I'll always apologize. I'm sorry for working so much, but I still have to do this. I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
yeah, and you got women that will say, "Hey, you working too much," or they
Yeah,
just and
take a break.
they
Take a break.
take
Yeah.
and
It's true.
they pretty much. I mean, because you're not giving them time. You have women that will check out on you.
Yeah, that's true
Mhm.
too. That's true
And
too.
you
Now
have
check
men
out.
that will check out on you too. I mean, so it's like I don't see a
Vice versa.
difference, but I feel like both people should submit. Like Jay said, I mean, he did say that he's. I believe that both men and women need to learn how to submit with each other. I don't think that
Mhm.
all women should be. I think women should be submissive, but at the same time, I understand their reservations about being submissive because I feel like this. I feel like why reward bad behavior? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if a man, if I'm the man and I'm doing everything I want to do, and I'm pretty much I work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep, and don't give you no type of attention, I don't expect you to do nothing for me
That's
because
trash.
Mhm.
I get it. That's trash.
I'm pretty much
But
neglecting you anyway.
but but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Women are emotional creatures, but so you
Yeah,
neglecting their emotions.
yeah, I get that. But hear me out. If we want to go on those lavish vacations, and this is just me. This is just me. Whenever I do come up, put my head above the water, it was like, okay, now I am going to fucking splurge. I'm going to show you everything. This is what I've been working so hard for. Thank you for being patient because I needed to get to this point. I needed to get from A to maybe J or K. I needed to get to this point. Thank you for being patient. And but us as men, we understand that logic of that situation. Like I said, I have my own successful business. I understand what it takes to get from A to J, and then I come up for air from maybe KLM. But after N, I got to go back underneath the water and get it out the mud. So that's what I'm trying to understand. To make it known. Hey, I understand that I need to do more. I understand that I need to do more. But what would you rather have, us broke and spending time with each other, or us, rich and not worrying about money?
But what is this, right? Say you trying to get from A to J, and it take a year. I'm just saying, but what if it takes a year? You have a vision.
I get it. I get it.
Small things definitely matter. It doesn't. This is the thing. That's why I say it's not like this is not like something you do every day. It's not like something you go. It might be maybe you do it once every 2 months or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once a month. Maybe it's not the same thing. Maybe you do
we
something
definitely going out to eat. We definitely going out to eat.
Just say something. I walked past. It took 5 minutes and rubbed your shoulders and then kept it smoking.
I'm not
small things. That's the things what females be talking about. Like
I'm not saying I'm going to be in front of my computer 16 hours a day for a whole year. I'm not going to do that. Like, we are going to go out to restaurants and all of this stuff, but for like the most extended stuff, and that's why I say that's where the communication comes in. If you see me head down, doing what I got to do, you need to talk to me and like, hey, I'm bored. You really need to find some time for me. Now, dudes, we know that's a problem. You need to find some time for me. I need to find some time for her. That's all I'm going to be saying. I need to find some time. I need to find some time for her.
That's doing something, D. Taking it in, that's doing something. That's not like, you're doing something. It doesn't, we just saying like, we may be using, maybe saying like, rubbing feet and stuff like that, but, it's using something to go off of, but that's doing something. You're doing something.
Yeah, I am doing something. Like, I know you're not gonna go a whole year, only interacting with me in 30-minute increments. I know
you have some people that do that though.
They say it's best. It's best for you to do what you gotta do all day long, right? And give when you're dealing with somebody, you give them undivided attention for just say 20 minutes. Say you at work, you're on a computer, right? Or you doing something, you got your phone, you doing whatever you're doing. One of the most important things you can do for somebody, one of the biggest things you can do for somebody as a busy person is set everything down for 10 minutes and have a full blown and fully be there in that conversation for 10 minutes. So you get what I'm saying? Like it's just stuff.
I'm gonna ask you this question, man. So now we established that you working hard, you got a vision, you got somewhere to go, right? Say you didn't have all that. You ain't had no vision, you ain't had no purpose, you ain't had no motion. All you doing is money. Then, and this is what I see. And maybe it's just different for me, but I see that women do not know what the hell they want. Because if I give you all my time, now it's like, you don't have nothing else to do. And if I'm not giving you my time, I need your time. So where is the balance that you need from me?
That's church.
Yeah, well, bro.
If I don't have no motion,
you gotta remember.
You don't have no ambition.
Listen, all right, check it, bro. This is one thing that we gotta understand about women. Women are feeling-based creatures. That's the way she feel in the moment. So if the moment she tell you that you don't have enough time for me, that right there in that moment is the only time she feel like that. Because tomorrow is gonna be a different feeling. So that's what we gotta start understanding as men.
And
she's saying that. Like, yo, she's saying some stuff like, oh, you ain't got enough time for me. That's because that sidebar, she just want to spend time with you at that moment. Once that time is over with, go ahead and finish going back to what you're doing.
But if you have nothing but time to give her, say you have nothing but time to give her, she don't appreciate that you giving her that time.
Oh, he's smothering me.
Because no woman actually wants you to be under her 24/7.
You asked me for my time though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. And she only want that when she asked you for that time, it was in that moment because that's the way she felt in that moment when she asked you.
I ain't got time for that.
Because an hour later it's gonna be a different feeling. An hour later she gonna want you to get the fuck out of here.
So if I'm sitting up there filling up my time,
strange creatures now.
If I'm up there filling up my time with different things, and then it's like, well, you do too much. You're not giving me no time.
Yeah.
And now that I'm giving you the time, get out my face. You giving me too much. You in my face too much. Like, no, stop.
You never
need
fully
to,
understand
you
the
need
woman,
to figure
bro.
out what the hell you want, first of all. Figure out what you want before
But
you come talk to me.
And this is why I'm talking about an extra issue on top of the mountain of stuff that I'm trying to get into place.
You would never understand a woman. I don't even. That's not even something that we should be even trying to do.
Oh, you would never
understand. Women don't even understand themselves half the time.
That's why I said
so much different emotions. Well, I feel like this.
Sorry you feel that way. And that's why I started talking. I'm sorry you feel that way, but what are you doing? Or are you doing? But you know what we didn't say? The women that are making more than us. We never discussed the women that make more than us. How do they react in the same way? Like we said, the men. Does that make sense? Y'all like, oh, the man, we working 16 hours, or you got to give me time. We never said anything about the woman making six figures plus. We never said anything about that. You know why? Does that woman that makes six figures have ample time?
No, she don't have time.
Boss of all bosses. That's what I'm saying. Nobody ever speaks on that woman that's a boss of all bosses that making six figures plus 8, 9 figures. How much time does she have?
But she also make time for what she want to do, though.
Yeah, she does.
So what she wants to do?
What she want to do. So say she making six figures. She's the boss of all bosses. You know what she gonna make time for? If I'm horny, I will call you, do it, and then you go. That's basically what it is.
There's like halfway sleep. There's like halfway sleep.
That's not.
That's a joke, man. It's not serious. I'm just fucking around. But
if she doesn't, this depends on the type of. This depends because we all do, and we all get so bad with these stereotypes. So we just put people in certain boxes, man, that we probably shouldn't, because everybody is not like that. You may have a female that's in there that is one of those females that does make, a six-figure woman that maybe she can't cook you a meal every day, but if she know how to cook, she might cook you something. You get what I'm saying? Maybe she might wake up early in the morning and make you some grits because that's all she know how to make. Or
that's what I'm saying.
All she know how to make. You get what I'm saying? So because she haven't had time to learn to do anything. But
let's just say both parties make over six figures, and you stay in a place that is comfortable, that is more reliable. That's whenever you start hiring external outsources, external resources, to kind of fill that gap. Like, okay, we have dinner already made because this is one of the services that we paid for. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we once you step over a certain threshold, you know how to work to make more time for the things that you want. So that's why I was like, what if a chick made more than me? Okay, that's fine and dandy, cool. I got the mortgage, I got insurance, I got a car insurance, I got everything. You get the maid, or if you don't want to get the maid, tell me, and then you get the groceries. You gonna be doing something. I need to see where you're doing something, because at the end of the day, we're coming back together as a family. And finances, I'm sorry, finances are put together. What are you doing with yours? You going and blowing it? Now, are you a liability? Because you're blowing six figures on what?
Yeah, I mean, then I think that's a different conversation, right there.
Yeah, like I said, it's a whole different conversation. Chicks with six figures, they're like, oh, I got to do that, take care of everything. But a chick that makes six figures, they're very conscious. They're very conscious. They're just like, okay, this is what we need to do. And, they 9 times out of 10 make the time. Like you guys were saying, they do make the time. But I just can't deal with that. I own you because I make more than you. I never once said I own you because I make more money. I just said, hey, I'm going to take the lead on this because it's inbred in my DNA.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Money doesn't create that kind of person that wants to take the lead and take care of everything. That's just a personality trait. It's not a money trait.
Right.
Because there's people with plenty of money that's very selfish. It's like, I'm not doing. Some people got money and tell the female I ain't doing a goddamn thing for. You can take a person that doesn't have much money at all, but it's gonna find a way to make sure he can take care of his woman. So that's a personality trait. That's not not an I
Exactly.
got money trait.
Exactly,
So,
and they don't bat an eye. And matter of fact, they might even not even have a woman because you know what they can hire?
a whore.
Yep, they can hire exactly that, and they're gonna come and they're gonna leave. They got their little thing off, but they pay they pay somebody for everything else.
They pay to play.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what's $1,000 a week. What is that? They're like, okay, what is $1,000 a week? Okay, you come over, you leave. My butler makes food for me. My maid, she cleans up after me.
What I need.
It's real.
What I need anything else for.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, facts. Especially us, dude. Y'all know what it's like after you get that thing off. After you get it off, you like, okay, get off of me. I need to, go and,
Gotta rejuvenate.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So, you can hire somebody to technically, rub your feet.
Yeah.
Or pretend. If you wanted to be real, but realistically, after you get that
Hey,
thing off,
they got it so it's so gangster right now. Hey, you can pay somebody for cuddles at night, bro. You can buy you a cuddle buddy.
Exactly. And
so
that's why
gangster right
that's why
now.
most of these chicks that don't have, they call dudes that have weird because they can pay for it. They're like, oh, he weird because this is what he paid for. This is what he asked me for. And I was like, you said no, but how many other chicks do you think said no? Somebody said yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe. And I'll stand on that until my last breath.
Yeah, that's real. That's real deal right there. Everybody won't say no. That just goes with everything in life. Somebody gonna say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna say yeah.
So,
that's the beautiful. That's one of the beauties of having different personalities amongst us. So
you get that 99 no's, you gonna get one. That's it. You ask 100 women, and they get all 99 of them say no. You gonna get that one.
And you know what the other thing is? These chicks don't have to be a 8, 9, or 10. They could be a 6 or a 5.
Yeah.
And we rocking.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
This is true.
Yep. That's the nature of the beast, bro.
Yeah.
Don't need a lot, bro. Don't need a lot. Just.
Man, we've been at this for a little minute, man. We've been on.
What, 3 hours?
Hey, we live, bro.
I got stuff to do today.
Yeah.
God, dang.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and end this thing then.
Yeah, man, we gotta come back. We be back. What?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
is Friday.
Tomorrow Friday.
Yeah.
And we gonna go live again.
Yeah, we'll swing it that way, man.
All right,
let's get up out of here, man.
All right, fam.
Good talk, man.
later.
Right. It was
Later,
good. It was good.
Y'all tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Facts.